Broadcasting live from the Janesville Performing Arts Center, the JPAC radio players present Frank Capra's classic, It's a Wonderful Life, adapted for radio by Philip Grecian. Our story in a moment, but first, a word from our sponsors.
Boyd Consulting Group is a full-service employee benefits company with over 50 years' experience helping employers find the employee benefit package that works. Whether your company has 2 employees or 2,000, Boyd Consulting has a specialist on staff that can match a program specifically to your needs. Whether you choose a fully insured health insurance program or if you have 50 or more employees and want a self-insured program, Boyd Consulting can offer you nationwide networks which include most of the country's providers. Boyd Consulting, located at 1 Parker Place in Janesville. Boyd Consulting Group can help your business.
Downtown Janesville is the place to be. All it takes is a casual look around and you'll notice the new life that has been breathed into the downtown's buildings. Sutherland Restorations is proud to be a part of the effort that is revitalizing the city center. Our restoration work can be seen all over the downtown, including right here inside the Janesville Performing Arts Center. Sutherland Restorations urges you to get up, get downtown, and thanks you for coming to tonight's performance or tuning in at home. May each of you have a very Merry Christmas and a happy, fulfilling New Year from Sutherland Restorations.
As you're enjoying this holiday performance of It's a Wonderful Life, live from the Janesville Performing Arts Center on WCLO, the Drozdowitz family at E&D Waterworks in Janesville welcomes the holiday season as a time for families and friends. And at E&D, those friends include all of their past and current customers. E&D Waterworks offers water softeners, water heaters, drinking water, and softener salt. If water runs to it or through it, we do it. Best wishes for the holiday season from Team Droz at E&D Waterworks, North Parker Drive, Janesville.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, It's a Wonderful Life.
Everything to George Bailey. Help him, Lord.
Please, God, help my son George.
He never thinks about himself, sir. That's why he's in trouble now.
George is a good guy. Give him a break, God.
I love him, Lord. Watch over him for me.
Dear God, please bring Daddy back. Thank you. Your friend, Zuzu.
Hello, Joseph. Trouble?
The name George Bailey keeps turning up.
Yes, I know.
We should probably send someone down.
Whose turn is it?
Clarence, the clockmaker.
Oh, Clarence. He still doesn't have his wings, does he?
He doesn't have much going for him at all, sir.
But he has faith, Joseph. A strong and simple faith. Seems to me that's exactly what George Bailey needs right now. Send for Clarence.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Yes, Clarence. Someone needs our help. His name is George Bailey, and he's about to throw away God's greatest gift.
His life?
His life.
Oh, dear.
It will be your mission, Clarence, to change his mind.
I have a mission. Sir, if I should accomplish my mission, well, might I perhaps have my wings? It's been nearly 200 years now, and, well, people are beginning to talk.
Clarence, you do a good job, and you'll get your wings.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Now, no time to lose. Joseph?
Sir?
I'm turning this over to you. Brief Clarence on his mission.
Yes, sir.
I have my eye on some sparrows I must attend to. Good luck, Clarence.
Thank you, sir.
Now then, Clarence, let's go back in time for a bit. Some background on George Bailey.
Come on, Harry.
That's him, George Bailey, 12 years old.
Oh, they're sliding in the snow down the hill.
And across the icy pond.
Oh, they're riding on snow shovels.
It's a contest to see who can slide the farthest.
And stepping up to the starting gate, my kid brother, Harry Bailey.
I'm not scared, George.
Come on, Harry, let's see it.
Go, Harry, go.
Come on.
Here I go.
Oh, he's going much farther than the others. Oh, and much faster.
Out where the ice is thin.
George!
The ice is breaking.
George, somebody save him.
Oh, he's fallen in. He's gone under.
I'm coming, Harry.
George is jumping in. Oh, he's got Harry, and he's pulling him out.
George saved his brother's life that day, but he caught a bad cold, and the infection cost him the hearing in his left ear. It was weeks before he could return to his after-school job at Gower's drugstore.
Mr. Gower, you back there?
You're late.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Hello, George.
Oh, hi, Mary.
I have a whole dime. I'm trying to decide between a soda and a chocolate ice cream.
Hello, George.
Hi, Violet.
Hello, Mary.
Hello, Violet.
Do you mind if I sit here at the soda fountain with you?
Certainly not.
The usual?
Mary was here first.
I'm still deciding.
All right, then. 2 cents worth of licorice shoelaces.
The usual. I'll get 'em. Be right back.
I like him.
You like every boy you see.
What's wrong with that? Oh, here he comes.
There you go, Violet.
Thank you, George. Goodbye, Georgie. Goodbye, Mary.
Goodbye, Violet.
Made up your mind yet?
Chocolate ice cream.
What? Sorry. Talking to my good ear here.
Chocolate ice cream.
With coconut?
I don't like coconut.
You don't like coconut? Say, don't you know where coconuts come from?
A coconut tree?
No. Well, yeah, but where is that tree?
I don't know.
Tahiti, or the Fiji Islands, the Coral Sea. Look here. National Geographic magazine. Only us explorers can get it. I've been nominated for membership. You just watch. I'm going out exploring someday.
I know you will.
Darn right. Hey, what's this under the counter? You dropped this?
No, George,
Hold on, I'll get it.
George? Oh, this is your bad ear. I know you can't hear me with this ear, but I love you, George Bailey. I'll love you until the day I die.
Here it is. Looks like some kind of telegram or something. You dropped this? Hey, what's the matter with you?
Nothing.
I'll get you that ice cream.
No, I changed my mind. I have to go. Goodbye, George.
Well, don't that beat all. Oh, hey, you forgot your telegram. Oh, maybe it isn't hers. Dear Mr. Gower, oh, we regret to inform you that your son, Robert, died. Died this morning of influenza. Everything possible was done for his comfort. Oh, gee.
George, come back here.
Yes, sir. Mr. Gower, is there anything I can... Oh, sorry. Didn't see the bottles on the floor. Didn't mean to.
I'm just making this order for Mrs. Blaine. Pills and doctor prescribed them.
Yes, sir, but...
Here, put this jar back up. I'm done with it.
Yes, sir.
Pills and doctors prescribed and all this.
Say, this is poison. Mr. Gower, they got the diphtheria over at the Blaine house, don't they? You get the stuff for these capsules out of this jar, Mr. Gower?
Get going.
Mr. Gower, I think...
Get out now.
Yes, sir.
Bailey Building and Loan. Oh, hi, Maud. No, he's in a meeting with Potter. I got a bad feeling about it. Tilly, I says to myself, that Potter's up to no good. But no, Maud. Every time he comes here, I start looking through the want ads for another job. Hey, I got skills, and I'm still young, mostly.
Bailey, you're hopeless. Don't come crying to me when these people can't pay their debts.
I'm not crying, Mr. Potter, but times are hard, and a lot of these people are out of work.
Then foreclose. If they don't want to work, they have no right to own a house.
They want to work, Mr. Potter.
If they wanted to work, they'd have jobs.
It's not that easy. These people have children.
They're not my children. Are you running a business or a charity ward?
Pop, I need some advice. See, these pills
Not now, George.
But...
Mr. Potter, have you no pity? You have more money than you could possibly ever spend.
So I should give it all to your miserable failures who can't pay their mortgages? Or failures like you and that idiot brother of yours with your shoestring building and loan?
He's not a failure. You can't say that about my father.
George.
You're not a failure, Pop. You're the biggest man in town.
George, we'll discuss this at dinner.
Yes, sir.
Biggest man in town.
Bigger than you.
George.
I'm going.
Gower drug. What's that? Those pills should have been there an hour ago. Yes, thank you for calling. George Bailey?
Yes, sir.
Come in here.
Yes, sir.
Where's Mrs.
Gower,
Blaine's
I've been
pills?
pacing up and down out front here. I guess I'd better tell you.
I said, where's Mrs. Blaine's pills? Where?
Ow, let go, you'll rip my shirt. Ouch, let go, you don't.
Where are they?
Mr. Gower, you
What
don't know
kind
what
of
you're
tricks
doing.
you
You
playing?
put something wrong
Answer
in those
me.
capsules.
I'll beat
It wasn't
it out
your
of
fault,
you.
Mr.
So
Gower.
help me,
Look,
I
look
will.
at the pills, look
Don't
at the
you
bottle.
know that
It's
boy's
poison,
sick?
I tell you.
Don't you
It's
know
poison.
he could die? Poison? What?
I couldn't deliver him. Look at him, look at him.
Oh, my God. My God. George?
No, please don't hurt my sore ear again.
George, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Oh.
Mr. Gower, I won't ever tell anyone. I know how bad you feel. I'm not going to tell on you, Mr. Gower. I'm not telling. Honest, I'm not telling.
I'm not telling you how to do your business here, Joe. Honest, you're the luggage expert, but I'm not seeing what I need here.
That's George Bailey all grown up.
Did you ever tell anyone about the pills?
Not a soul.
I'm not leaving for one night, Joe. I want something for 1,001 nights, with plenty of room to stick on labels from Italy and Baghdad, Samarkand, a great big one.
A flying carpet, huh? How about this old second-hand job I have behind the counter?
Now you're talking. Gee whiz, I could use this as a raft in case the boat sinks. How much?
No charge.
That's my trick ear, Joe. It sounded like you said no charge.
That's right. Look at the name on the suitcase.
Say, it's my name. What's my name doing on it?
A little present from old man Gower over at the drugstore. Came down and picked it out himself.
Well, what do you know about that? You know, I worked for him when I was a kid.
I remember. What boat you sailing on?
I'm working my way across on a cattle boat.
A cattle boat?
Okay, I like cows. Thanks, Joe. I gotta go see Mr. Gower and thank him. Mr. Gower!
George, hey, see the new jukebox I got?
Ah, that's a humdinger. Say, I haven't been in here in a couple of months. You've really changed the old place.
Well, I got so many of the kids coming here after school these days.
Listen, Mr. Gower, I wanted to thank you for the suitcase. It's just exactly what I wanted.
Oh, forget it, George. It's the least I hope that you enjoy it.
It's wonderful. Well, listen, I can't stay.
Packing for your big adventure, eh?
Gonna go pack this nice big suitcase. My life's about to begin. Thanks again, Mr. Gower.
You're more than welcome, George.
Hey, Ernie.
Hiya, George.
Hi, Bert.
How's it going, George?
Hey, you boys aren't busy or anything, are you? I mean, you're not giving Ernie a ticket, are you, Bert? Because I could come back later.
Nah, we're just passing time, George.
Ernie, I'm a rich tourist today. Figure to ride in style. How about driving me home in your cab?
Sure, Your Highness. Hop in. And for the carriage trade, I even put on my hat.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bailey.
Oh, hello, Violet. Hey, you look good. That's some dress you got on there.
What? This old thing? Well, I only wear it when I don't care how I look. Well, goodbye, George.
Only wears it when she...
Yeah.
You ready to go, George?
Yeah. Let's go, Ernie, before I forget where I'm going. Mother, I believe that's the best dinner I've ever had.
You always say that, George.
This will be the last one, too, because it's my last meal at the old homestead before I set out on a life of adventure.
Where's Harry? Harry, you're going to be late for your high school graduation party.
I'm coming! You coming later, George? We're going to use that new gym floor you designed.
Hope it works.
Of course it'll work. You're an architectural genius. Going to build skyscrapers in New York.
No gin tonight, son.
Aw, Pop, just a little.
No, son, not one drop of alcohol.
Aw, horse feathers. Oops, gotta go. Bye, all.
Harry, don't slam that...
Pop, did I act like that when I graduated from high school?
Pretty much. Wish we could send Harry to college with you, George. Your mother and I talked it over half the night.
We have that all figured out. See, Harry will take my job at the building and loan for the next 4 years. Then when I get out, he'll go.
He's pretty young, George.
No younger than I was.
Maybe you were born older, George.
How's that?
I said you were born older. Have you decided what you want to do when you get out of college?
I'm going to design new buildings, plan modern cities, all that stuff I've always talked about. This is just the beginning, Pop.
Uncle Billy and I will miss you over at the building and loan. Don't suppose you'd consider coming back after you graduate.
Oh, no, Pop, I couldn't. I'd go crazy cooped up for the rest of my life in some shabby little office. I'm sorry, Pop. I didn't mean it that way. I just want to do something big, something important.
Well, George, I feel that in our small way we are doing something important. People want a place to call their own, and we're helping them to get it in our shabby little office.
I know, Pop, but I've been hoarding pennies like a miser so I could do this. Most of my friends have already finished college, and Pop, if I don't get away, I'll just bust. You see what I mean, don't you?
Yes, George, I guess I do.
You look tired, Pop.
I had another tussle with Padre today. I thought that when we put him on the board of directors, he'd ease up a little.
Wonder what's eating that money-grubbing old buzzard.
Oh, he's a sick man, George. Sick in his mind, sick in his soul. Hates everybody that has anything he can't have. I guess this town is no place for any man unless he's willing to crawl to Potter. You've got to get out of here, George. I understand that.
You want a shock, Pop? I think you're a great guy.
Well...
And I think I'll get dressed and go on over to Harry's graduation party.
You have a good time, son.
Wow, quite a crowd.
Yeah, it was the biggest senior class in the history of the school.
Hello, George.
Sam Wainwright, when did you get here?
Just this afternoon. Thought I'd come down and see how the place had changed. Say, George, this gym floor is awful clever. Swimming pool underneath.
Yeah, kind of my idea.
Kinda. All his idea. Even drew up the plans. Saved the town a lot of money.
Yeah, well, so you're an old college graduate now, huh, Sam?
Yeah, it looks like you're finally gonna make it after all.
Yep.
Coach has been following your high school games, Harry. You're the one we really want to see up there.
Well, not this year. Gotta make some dough first.
Welcome back, George.
Principal Partridge.
Oh, putting a pool under this floor was a great idea, George. It saved us another building.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello, George.
Hiya, Violet.
My dance card's not full yet, George. What am I bid?
Well,
Hey, George.
Hiya, Marty. Hey, it's Old Home Week.
Do me a favor, will you, George?
What's that?
You remember my kid sister, Mary?
Well, I haven't seen her in quite a while, Marty, but sure, I remember. Chocolate ice cream with coconut.
Dance with her, will you?
Well, I don't
Just
really...
one time. Give her the thrill of her life. Come on, right over here. Hey, sis.
Well, okay, but not for very long. I don't want to babysit
Hello.
Hello.
Mary, George. George, Mary. Well, I'll be seeing you.
Well...
I'm back, Mary. Here's your punch.
Oh, thank you, Freddie.
Wanna dance?
Yes. Here, hold my punch, Freddie.
But I just got it for you. Hey, come back here. This is my dance. Hey!
You're quite a dancer.
So are you. You look at me as if you didn't know me.
Well, I knew this little girl named Mary Hatch. Guess she grew up.
Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. The big Charlton contest is about to begin. Anyone not tapped by the judges will remain on the floor until the winning couple is chosen. Let's dance!
I'm not very good at this.
Neither am I.
Well, then, what do we got to lose? Here we go!
What's the matter, Freddie?
Oh, hey, Mickey. George Bailey danced off with my girl.
Say, Freddie, did you know there's a swimming pool under this floor?
Yeah, so?
And did you know that button behind you makes the floor open up? And did you know that George Bailey is dancing almost right over that crack? And did you further know that I've got the key that unlocks that button?
Unlocks the... and makes the floor open up?
Uh-huh.
Gimme!
Here you go, Othello. He's got his back to it. He'll never see what's coming. Press the button.
Hey!
Perfect!
Hey, they're cheering us!
Oh, we must be good!
They're clearing the dance floor for us. All right, let's show them how to do this dance.
Maybe we'll win the loving cup.
Say, maybe we will.
Oh, no!
They're all jumping in after him. Come on, Othello, let's take a dip.
Last one in's a rotten egg.
Stop! As principal, oh, the heck with it. Oh, here I come.
Many
A heart
is aching
if you could read them all. Many the hopes that have vanished. Okay, let's get the harmony. Ready?
Ready.
After the ball Hot dog, perfect. Just like the barber shoppers.
Beautiful.
Bet I'm the only boy ever carried your wet clothes home from school.
Well, yes, you are. Do I look as funny in this robe as you look in that football outfit?
Guess I'm not exactly the football player type. Well, beggars can't be choosers. We were lucky to find these. Didn't want to go home wearing wet clothes, but no, you look wonderful in that robe. You know, if it wasn't me talking, I'd say you were the prettiest girl in town.
Well, why don't you say it?
I don't know. Maybe I will. Say, how old are you anyway?
18.
18. Seems like just last year you were 17. You look older without your clothes. I mean, without a dress. I mean, you look good. I mean, younger. You look just...
Well, careful, you're standing on the belt. I almost lost this robe you think so much of.
Oh, I can't have that. I mean,
well, then, sir, my train, please. Throw it over my arm.
A pox upon me for a clumsy lout. Here you are. Your caboose, my lady.
You may kiss my hand.
And so I shall, my lady. Let me show you something. I'll throw a rock at this old house here, the old Granville house.
Oh, don't. I love that old house.
No, you see, you make a wish and try to break some glass. When I was a kid...
Oh, George, don't. That old place, it's so full of romance. I'd love to live in it.
Live in it? Not even a ghost would want to live in it. All right, now, see this rock? Watch that second-floor window there. To the right.
What'd you wish for, George?
Not just one wish, Mary. A whole hatful. I'm going to see the world. Then I'm going to college and see what they know. And then I'm going to build things. I'm going to build skyscrapers 100 stories high and bridges a mile long. And, hey, what you doing with that rock?
Making a wish and throwing it.
Hey, that's pretty good. What'd you wish, Mary?
Wouldn't you like to know?
What do you want, Mary? You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down. Hey, that's a pretty good idea. I'll lasso the moon for you, Mary.
I'll take it. Then what?
Well, then you could swallow it and it'd all dissolve, see? And the moonbeams would shoot out your fingers and toes and the ends of your hair and... am I talking too much?
Yeah, you're talking too much.
How's that?
I've been sitting on this porch listening to you for the last 5 minutes. Now stop talking and kiss her.
Kiss her?
Oh, youth is wasted on kids who don't know what to do with it. I'm going inside.
Hey, hold on. Come back here. Come back out here, and I'll show you some kissing that'll put hair back on your head. What are you... Oh! Mary, where'd you go, Mary? Where are you?
Over here, in the hydrangea bushes.
What are you doing in there?
Look down on the sidewalk, George.
Down on the sidewalk? Oh, it's your robe.
You were standing on the belt again.
Well, if I've got your robe here, that means that you're...
Yes. Now, please toss me my robe.
This is a very interesting situation.
My robe?
A man doesn't get in a situation like this every day.
My
Not
robe?
in Bedford Falls, anyway. This requires a little thought.
George Bailey, give me my robe.
I've read about things like this, but
I'm going to tell your mother on you.
Oh, my mother's way up the corner there.
I'll call the police.
Oh, they're way downtown, and they'd be on my side, too.
I'll scream.
Maybe I could sell tickets.
George Bailey!
George, come on home quick. Your father's had a stroke.
What? Mary, I'm sorry. I've got to go. I'm tossing your robe. Here.
Come on, George, hurry. The doc's there now.
Bailey Building and Loan. Oh, hi, Maud. What? Oh, sure. You didn't hear? The board's deciding right now what's going to happen to Bailey Building and Loan. Potter? Oh, yeah. He's still on the board.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Gentlemen, we need to wrap up this board meeting. George here gave up his trip to Europe to help straighten things out these past few months since his father died. Now he's going to be late getting to college because the semester's already started. So let's finish the formalities and get to our real purpose. Appointing a successor to Peter Bailey.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to get to my real purpose. It is my belief that Bedford Falls can do without Bailey Building and Loan. Therefore, I make a motion to dissolve this institution and turn its assets and liabilities over to the receiver.
Why, you old buzzard!
Easy, Uncle Billy.
Mr. Chairman, it's too soon after Peter Bailey's death to be discussing this. It was his faith and hard work that built this organization.
I'll go further than that. I'll say that as far as the public was concerned, Peter Bailey was the building and loan. But he wasn't a businessman. Oh, I don't mean any disrespect to him. God rest his soul. He was a man of high ideals, so-called, but ideals without common sense is bad business. Now, you take this loan here to Ernie Bishop. You know, that fella that sits around all day in his taxi. I happen to know the bank turned down this loan.
I happen to know. Bourgeois! They ask your permission before they fill the ink wells.
Uncle Billy?
But he comes here after he's turned down over there, and we're building him a house. Why?
I handled that, Mr. Potter. You have all the papers there, his salary, insurance. I'll personally vouch for his character.
A friend of yours?
Yes, sir.
So, if you shoot pool with some employee here, you can borrow money.
Now, just a minute.
And what does that get us? A discontented, lazy rabble instead of a thrifty working class. And all because a few starry-eyed dreamers like Peter Bailey fills their heads with a lot of impossible ideas. Now, I say...
Just a minute now. Hold on, Mr. Potter. You're right when you say my father was no businessman, but neither you nor anybody else can say anything against his character. Why, in the 25 years since he and Uncle Billy here started this thing, he couldn't even save enough money to send Harry to school, let alone me, but he did help an awful lot of people get out of your slums, Mr. Potter. Doesn't that kind of ownership in a town make people better citizens? You're all businessmen here. Doesn't it make them better customers? People were human beings to my father, but to you, a warped, frustrated old man, they're cattle. Well, in my book, he died a richer man than you'll ever be.
I'm not interested in your book. I'm talking about...
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about something you can't get your fingers on, and it's galling you. Well, I've said too much. You men are the board here. You do what you want, but I believe Bedford Falls needs this little one-horse institution, if only to have some place where people can come without crawling to Potter. Come on, Uncle Billy.
I respect Peter.
I want my motion voted on right this minute.
What happened? Am I out of a job?
Tilly, I don't know what to tell you.
I guess I better start reading the want ads. I got skills, and I'm still young. Well, I got skills.
Hey, George, you'll miss your train. You're a week late for school already.
Don't you think I ought to stick around a few more minutes, Uncle Billy, just to see
No sense to it. We're going out of business. I can always get another job. I'm only 55.
56.
57.
Leave while you can, George. You already missed your boat trip.
George, they voted Potter down. They want to keep it going. But they've got one condition.
What's that?
Well, that's the best part. They've appointed George here to run it.
Oh, no. But Uncle Billy...
You can keep him on. You can hire anyone you like.
No, but I'm leaving. I'm leaving now. I'm going to school. This is my last chance.
But, George, they'll vote with Potter otherwise.
He didn't go, did he, Joseph? No, Clarence, he didn't. I knew it. He gave his school money to Harry, who went to college and became a football star. Made second-team All-American. Mary left for school, too. But what happened to George? George got 4 years older, waiting for Harry to come back and take over the building and loan. You see? Look.
They're at the train station. Harry's coming home?
Yes.
Finally. George's dreams are about to come true.
Huh. Watch.
There he is. There he is, getting off the train.
Where?
Right there, next to that pretty blonde.
Hey, Professor. Well, if it isn't old Phi Beta Kappa Bailey, All-American.
Well, if it isn't old George National Geographic Bailey, Uncle Billy, you haven't changed a bit.
Nobody changes around here.
Where's Mother?
Home cooking the fatted calf. Gonna be a big welcome home graduation party. Come on.
Oh, wait. Sweetheart?
Well, I wondered when you get around to me.
George, Uncle Billy, this is Ruth Dakin.
Well, hello. I'm very glad to...
Ruth Dakin Bailey, if you don't mind.
Bailey?
Huh?
I wired you. I had a surprise. Meet the wife.
Well, what do you know?
How do you do? I mean, congratulations. Congratulations. Harry, why didn't you... Say, what's a pretty girl like you doing marrying this two-headed brother of mine?
Well, how could I help but fall in love with him? He's wonderful. My father fell in love with him, too. Even offered him a job.
A job? Oh.
A job and a wife. Well, Harry's cup runneth over. Come on over here, Ruth. I see some people you should meet. Hey, look who I've got here. Harry's new wife.
George, I never said I'd take it. You've been holding the bag here for 4 years. I won't let you down, George.
Where's your luggage?
Luggage? Holy smoke. I forgot. I'll be right back. Don't go away.
Harry, don't forget to... Hey, where did Harry go?
Getting the bags. Ruth, what about this job?
Oh, my father owns a factory in Buffalo. He wants to get Harry started in the research business.
Is that a good job?
A good job with a good future. And Harry's a genius at research.
Buffalo, huh?
Harry's loading the luggage in the car. Come on, George. Your mother's waiting dinner.
Hello, Mom.
George?
Great dinner.
What are you doing out here on the porch?
Just thinking. Nice night.
Yes, it is. Did you know Mary Hatch is back from school? Nice girl, Mary.
Mm-hmm.
The kind that could help you find the answers, George. Oh, stop that grunting and give me one good reason why you shouldn't call on Mary.
Sam Wainwright. Sam's crazy about Mary.
Well, she's not crazy about him. She lights up like a firefly whenever you're in the room. Besides, Sam Wainwright's away in New York, and you're right here in Bedford Falls.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Right here in Bedford Falls. Guess I'll take a walk. Be back later.
All right, George.
I'll get it, Mother. Hello.
Hello. I just saw your evening paper here on the sidewalk and thought I'd bring it up to the door. I just happened to be passing by.
I know. Your mother phoned and said you were on your way over to pay me a visit.
What made her think that?
Well, I thought you told her.
I wasn't on my... I just went for a walk and happened to be passing by, saw your newspaper here on the sidewalk, and just going for a walk, that's all. Passing by.
That's not our paper. We already got our paper.
Oh, well, I was just passing by.
I wonder whose paper it is.
And found it on the sidewalk.
Our sidewalk?
Yes. Well, maybe a little farther down. I thought it was yours, and...
Are you coming in or aren't you?
Well, all right, for a minute. But I didn't tell anybody I was coming over here. I thought you'd go back to New York like Sam and the rest.
Oh, I worked there for a couple of vacations, but I don't know. I guess I was homesick.
Homesick? For Bedford Falls?
Yes, for Bedford Falls. And my family and for, well, everything. Would you like to sit down?
All right, for a minute. Can't understand it, though. I didn't tell anyone I was coming here.
Would you rather leave?
No.
Well, then sit down.
Mary? Who's that down there with you?
It's George Bailey, Mother.
George Bailey? What's he want?
I don't know. What do you want?
Not a thing. I just came in to get warm.
He's making violent love to me, Mother.
What?
You tell him to stop that and go right back home. And don't you leave. Sam Wainwright promised to call you from New York tonight.
You know, I didn't come here to...
Well, what did you come here for?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the one with all the answers. I don't know why I came here. I was just passing by. I'm leaving. Good night.
Good night.
Mary, the telephone. It's Sam.
I'll get it.
I forgot my hat.
Oh, hello, Sam. How are you? Oh, that's awfully sweet of you, Sam. There's an old friend of yours here, George Bailey. Wait a minute, I'll put him on.
He doesn't want to speak to George Bailey.
He does so. George, Sam wants to talk to you. Here, we can both listen and talk.
No, I could get on the upstairs extension.
No, you can't. Mother's on the upstairs extension.
I am not.
Here, come close, George. We can both use this phone. Say something, Sam. There, can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear. Hello, Sam. No, I'm not trying to steal your girl. I just...
What's the big surprise, Sam? What?
What's that? A factory? Plastic made out of soybeans? Rochester, New York. What's the matter with here? Remember that old tool and machinery factory right outside town? Yeah, half the town was out of work when they closed it down. You could get it for a song. What? I'm sorry, what?
Oh, is my cheek in the way?
No, it's fine. It's smooth.
What's that, Sam? Money? George, do you have any money?
Some. Sure, yes. What's that?
He says it's the chance of a lifetime.
Chance of...
Sam, we'll call later.
Later, Oh, Mary.
Oh, George.
Mary.
George.
Mary.
What's going down there? What are you doing down there?
Bye, everybody. Thank you. Goodbye. I swear I've got rice in my hair and rice in my pockets, rice in my... Baghdad, Samarkand, Tahiti.
Gonna run up quite a crap fare.
We got money, Ernie. Honeymoon money, $2,000. Drew out the life savings. Looky here, all cash.
Holy smoke!
Know what we're gonna do? We're gonna shoot the works. A whole week in New York, another week in Bermuda. The highest hotels, the oldest champagne, the richest caviar, the hottest music, and the prettiest wife.
Uh-oh. Look at that, will you?
What?
Over at the bank. Something funny's going on. I've never really seen one, but that's got all the earmarks of a run.
Hey, Ernie, if you got any money in the bank, better hurry and get it out.
Pull over, Ernie.
Sure.
Oh, George, let's not stop.
Something's going on down at the building and loan.
George, please.
I'll be back in a minute, Mary. Won't take a minute. Wait for me.
What's happening? The Great Depression. People bought stocks on credit and banks loaned money on pipe dreams.
Sounds dangerous.
When the bottom fell out, nearly 40% of the country's jobs disappeared. People lost everything.
Unless they saved their money in the bank.
When the loans weren't paid, the banks failed and took all those savings with them.
Oh, my. Well, at least George got his money out. But what's going to happen to the building and loan?
Now, folks.
George, are we glad to see you?
Hello, everybody. Mrs. Thompson, how are you? Charlie, what's the matter here?
George Cotillion, I see you a minute.
Sure.
Over here.
All right, now, what happened? How did it start?
The bank called in our loan.
Called in our... When?
A couple hours ago, just as we were closing up for the wedding.
I had to hand over all our cash to the bank.
All of it?
Every cent.
Holy mackerel.
Bailey Building and Loan. Oh, yeah, fine. George, it's Potter.
Hello?
George, there's a rumor around town you've closed your doors. Is that true?
Our doors are still open, Mr. Potter.
I'm glad to hear that. Are you all right? Do you need any police?
Police? What for?
Well, mobs get pretty ugly sometimes. I'm doing what I can to help in this crisis. I've just guaranteed the bank sufficient funds to meet their needs. They'll close up for a week and then reopen.
So you took over the bank. That explains why our loan was called in.
A necessity in time of crisis, George. I'm willing to guarantee your people, too. Just tell them to bring their shares over, and I'll pay them 50 cents on the dollar. Be reasonable, George. If you close your doors before 6 p.m., you'll never reopen, and you know it.
You never miss a trick, do you, Potter? Well, you're going to miss this one.
Guess I better start looking through the want ads for another job. I got skills, and I'm really old.
I'm scared, George.
Uncle Billy, just, I have good news, folks. I've just talked to Mr. Potter, and he's guaranteed cash payments at the bank. You see, this thing isn't as black as it appears. The bank's going to reopen next week.
But, George, I got my money here.
Did he guarantee this place?
Well, no, Charlie. I didn't even ask him. We don't need Potter over here.
Well, George,
Folks, you know Mary, don't you? My wife. We were just married. Well, just a little over an hour ago, and...
I want to make a withdrawal.
No, but...
Me too.
But, Tom, we don't keep all the money here. It's out working for you. It's in Joe's house and Charlie's house and Mrs. Macklin's and hundreds of others. You're lending them the money to build, and when they pay it back, the interest will...
George, I only got $242 in here, and my taking it out ain't going to break you.
Okay, Tom, all right, but I...
Tom, did you get your money?
No.
Well, I did. Old man Potter will pay 50 cents on the dollar for every share you got.
50 cents?
What do you say, George?
Well, sure, Tom, okay. Give us 60 days on this, and we can...
60 days?
That's what you agreed on when you bought your shares, Tom. It takes a while to...
Okay, let's go to the bank. Better half than nothing.
Tom, wait, all of you, listen to me. Don't do this. If Potter gets hold of this building and loan, there'll never be another decent house built in this town. He's already got the bank, he's got the bus line, he's got the department stores, and now he's after us. Why? Because we're cutting in on his business, and because he wants to keep you living in his slums and paying the kind of rent he wants you to pay. Joe, you lived in one of his houses, didn't you? Have you forgotten what he charged you for that broken-down shack? And Ed, remember last year when things weren't going so well for you and you couldn't make your payments here? We didn't take your house, did we? Do you think Potter would have let you keep it? Can't you all understand what's happening? Potter isn't selling, he's buying, because we're panicky and he's not. He's picking up some bargains, too. Now, we can get through this thing if we stick together. We've got to have faith in each other.
But my husband hasn't worked in over a year, and I need the money.
How am I going to live until the bank opens?
I got doctor bills to pay.
I need cash. Yeah, well,
I've got cash here.
Mary, our honeymoon money.
Well, what kind of honeymoon could we have, George, knowing our friends back home are in trouble?
$2,000. It'll tide us all over till the bank reopens. Tom, how much do you need?
$242.
Ah, Tom, now you don't
I'll take $242.
All right, Tom. 20, 40, 100, $242.
That'll close my account.
Your account's still here. That's a loan. Mary, where are you going?
I have to run an errand.
Well, but we have...
I got $100 here, George.
Now, Ed, what'll it take till the bank reopens?
Well, I suppose $20.
20? There, now you're talking. Thanks, Ed. Mrs. Thompson?
But it's your money, George.
Don't worry about that. How much do you want?
Well, I can get along with 20, all right.
$20. There you are, Mrs. Thompson.
Where do I sign?
You don't sign anywhere. I know you'll pay it back when you can. All right. Mrs. Davis?
Could I have $17.50?
Bless your heart. Of course you can. 5, 10, 15. Well, that's the lot.
Do we have any money left?
$2. We're still in business. You gonna share some of whatever you've got in that flask, Uncle Billy?
What?
That flask you've been secretly pulling on.
Not very secret, I guess.
Nope. Here, a couple of glasses. Divide it up. If we make it to 6 o'clock, we'll have a toast.
What time is it?
It's almost 6. There you go. 3, 4, 5, 6. Bingo! We made it! Lock the door, Tilly.
It's locked.
Oh, a toast.
A toast.
To our remaining $2. Papa dollar and Mama dollar. And if you want the building and loan to stay in business, the two of you dollars better have a family real quick. A family? Mary. Poor Mary. Where? Get that, will ya? Never mind. I'll get it. Bailey Building and... Mary, where? Listen, dear. I'm sorry we missed our train and we... What? Come home? What home? 320 Sycamore? But that's the old Granville house. What? Okay, I'll be right there. Anybody in there? What's this sign on the door here? Bridal suite. Oh, the old Granville house is a bridal suite now, huh? Well, the roof leaks, and stair railing's broken, wallpaper's peeling, a couple of holes in the floor. What's this here? Looks like dinner for two. Fireplace and music.
And I just gave the servants the night off.
Mary.
George, do you remember the night we broke the windows in this old house?
Yes, I do. And you made a wish.
This is what I wished for, George. You and me. Here. In our house.
Oh, Mary.
Welcome home, Mr. Bailey.
You're listening to the JPAC radio players on WCLO Janesville. In a moment, we'll return to our drama, It's a Wonderful Life, adapted for radio by Philip Grecian. But first, a word from our sponsors.
Boyd Consulting Group is a full-service employee benefits company with over 50 years' experience helping employers find the employee benefit package that works. Whether your company has 2 employees or 2,000, Boyd Consulting has a specialist on staff that can match a program specifically to your needs. Whether you choose a fully insured health insurance program or if you have 50 or more employees and want a self-insured program, Boyd Consulting can offer you nationwide networks which include most of the country's providers. Boyd Consulting, located at 1 Parker Place in Janesville. Boyd Consulting Group can help your business.
And now we return to the JPAC radio players' presentation of It's a Wonderful Life.
Come in.
Congressman Blatz is here to see you, Mr. Potter.
No, tell him to wait.
Yes, sir.
Now,
What were you saying, Reineman?
No skin off my nose, Mr. Potter. I'm just your rent collector. But you can't laugh off Bailey Park anymore. Look at this map. George Bailey's been busy. 15 years ago, a half dozen houses stuck here and there next to the old cemetery. Now, dozens of the prettiest little homes you ever saw. 90% owned by suckers who used to pay rent to you.
The Baileys haven't made a dime from any of that.
Not yet, anyway. Too busy helping people out. But if I were you, Mr. Potter...
Well, you are not me. Get out.
I'm going. No skin off my nose.
No skin off my nose. Why, I ought to...
Will you see the congressman now, sir?
Hang the congressman! Call the building and loan. I want to see George Bailey.
Yes, sir.
Time to get rid of Bailey Building and Loan once and for all.
Mr. Bailey is here, sir.
George, come in. Sit down. Have a cigar.
Oh, well, thanks.
Let me light it for you.
This is quite a cigar, Mr. Potter.
You like it? I'll send you a box.
So, just what did you want to see me about?
You know, George, that's what I like about you. Right to the point. George, I'm an old man, and most people hate me. But I don't like them either, so we're even. Now, you know that I run practically everything in this town.
Except Bailey Building and Loan.
Except Bailey Building and Loan. You know, too, that for a number of years, I've been trying to get control of it, or kill it, but I haven't been able to do that. You have been stopping me. In fact, you have beaten me, George. And as anyone in this county can tell you, that takes some doing. During the Depression, for instance, you and I were the only ones who kept our heads. You saved the building and loan, and I saved all the rest.
Yes, well, most people say you stole all the rest.
The envious ones say that, George, the suckers. Now, I have stated my side very frankly. Let's look at your side. Young man, married, making, say, 40 a week.
45.
45. You give your mother some money, pay your bills, and you're able to keep, maybe 10 a week if you scrimp. A baby or two comes along, and you won't even be able to save the 10.
What's your point, Mr. Potter?
I want to hire you.
Hire me?
To manage my businesses, run my properties. I'll start you out at $20,000 a year.
20,000?
You can live in the nicest house in town. Buy your wife lots of fine clothes. Take a couple of business trips to New York every year. Maybe once in a while, Europe. You wouldn't mind that, would you, George?
Wouldn't mind? What? You sure you got the right fella here, Mr. Potter? This is me. You remember me, George Bailey?
George Bailey, whose ship has come in, if he's got brains enough to climb aboard.
But what about the building and loan?
Oh, confound it, man. Are you afraid of success? I'm offering you a 3-year contract at $20,000 a year starting today. Is it a deal, or isn't it?
Well, Mr. Potter, I know I ought to jump at the chance, but I wonder if it'd be possible to give me 24 hours to think it over.
Sure. You go on home and talk with your wife about it.
I'd like to do that.
Meanwhile, I'll have the papers drawn up.
All right, sir.
Here's my hand on
And
it.
here's mine. No. Now, wait a minute here. Let go of my hand. I don't need to talk to anybody. What was I thinking? I know the answer right now. And the answer is no. No, doggone it. You sit around here and you spin your little webs and you think the whole world revolves around you and your money. Well, it doesn't, Mr. Potter. In the whole vast configuration of things, you're nothing but a scurvy little spider, and well, the heck with you. Mary? You asleep?
No. Are you?
No, Say, listen, Mary Hatch. Why in the world did you ever marry a guy like me?
To keep from being an old maid.
Oh, yeah, sure. You could have married Sam Wainwright or anybody else in town.
I didn't want to marry anybody else in town. I want my baby to look like you.
You didn't even have a honeymoon. I promised you Your what?
My baby.
You mean... Mary,
George Bailey lassos the stork.
What is it, a boy or a girl?
Yes.
You've probably already guessed that George never leaves Bedford Falls.
Never?
Mary had her baby. A boy. And then before long, another one. A girl. And day after day, she worked at remaking the old Granville house into a home. While night after night, George came back late from the office. Potter was bearing down hard. Then came more. Mary had 2 more babies, but found time to run the local USO. Harry Bailey was a hero, a Navy flyer. He shot down 15 enemy planes, 2 of them as they were about to crash into a transport full of soldiers.
What about George?
4F, because of his ear. George fought the Battle of Bedford Falls.
Bailey Building and Loan. Oh, hi, Maud. Did you hear? Harry's coming home. He won the Congressional Medal of Honor. The president himself pinned it on.
Extra, extra. Read all about it. President decorates local boy.
I gotta go, Maud. Call you later.
Here, Tilly. Brought you a copy of the paper.
Ooh. Bailey Building and Loan.
Look at that, would you? The whole front page.
Collect call? Yes, we'll take it. George, it's Harry. Long distance from Washington.
Hand it over. Harry, congratulations. How's Mother? She what? She did? Lunch with the president's wife.
Wait till I tell Maud.
Harry, they're cooking up quite a celebration for you here. Oh, they are. Just in time for Christmas Eve. The Navy's going to fly Mother home this afternoon.
In a plane?
Harry, in a plane. Well, of course in a plane. What's that, Harry? No, Uncle Billy's not in yet. He stopped at the bank first to deposit the accounts receivable.
Good morning, Hortense.
Good morning, Mr. Bailey.
I've got $8,000 in an envelope here, someplace, Hortense.
You've got quite a cargo there, Mr. Bailey.
These are newspapers all about my nephew, Harry. Here, there's one for you, Hortense.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, careful now. I'm mixing up all the... Oh, look who just came in. Well, well, well. Good morning, Mr. Potter.
Bailey, you know my property manager, Mr. Reineman.
I do indeed. I see you have the morning paper, Mr. Potter. What's the news? Oh, wait a minute. I have a few copies of that myself. Let's see. Harry Bailey wins Congressional Medal. Well, sir, you just can't keep those Baileys down, can you, Mr. Potter? Here you go. Some extra copies of the paper to send to your friend.
I don't have time for this. Good day, sir. Come along, Reineman.
You have a good day, Mr. Potter. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, the deposit. Here's my deposit slip, Hortense. And the bank book.
Did you forget something, Mr. Bailey?
I don't think so.
Well, it's usually customary when you're making a deposit to bring some money with you.
Oh, of course. I got the money right. It's in this pocket, I guess. Well, I know I had it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Where is it? Where is it?
So, Harry, you coming home soon? Maybe you could get on that airplane with your mother.
Tilly, I'm gonna...
George, may I see you for a second?
A second? Well, why, of course, Violet. Come on into my office here.
Thank you.
What, Harry? Oh, that was Violet Bick. She... Oh, and here's your Uncle Billy. Billy, long distance from Washington.
Yes, it is.
No, it's Harry on the phone.
Who?
Harry, your nephew. Remember him? He wants to talk to you.
Hello? Hello? Yes, Harry, yes. Everything's fine. Perfectly fine. Goodbye.
Hey, that was...
I should have my head examined. It's got to be here somewhere. I'll be in my office.
What in the world?
There you are, Vi. I wrote you a glowing character reference. I'll even give you a fancy building and loan envelope to keep it in.
Character? If I had any character,
It takes a lot of character to leave the security of your hometown and start all over again. Here's a couple of bucks.
No, George.
Well, you're broke, aren't you?
Well, sure,
Want to walk to New York City? You know they charge for meals and rent up there just the same as they do in Bedford Falls. Now take it. It's a loan. That's my business. Building and loan.
All right, then. Thanks, George.
Besides, you'll get a job. I've got faith in you.
You've always had faith in me, George. Me and lots of others. It's hard to live up to sometimes, you know, but I don't know what I'd be without you in my corner. I'm glad I know you, George Bailey. Well, I better go, I guess.
You say hello to New York for me.
I will.
Hey, Tilly, you hung up the phone. I told you I wanted to talk to Harry.
No, I didn't, Uncle Billy.
Well, you write to us and let us know how you're doing, Vi, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, George.
Uncle Billy in yet?
He's in his office, but...
Okay, thanks. Uncle Billy? Uncle Billy, can I come in? It's got to be here someplace. It's got to be. Think, Uncle Billy, think. What did you do with that envelope?
I don't know.
We've got to find that money. It doesn't belong to us. It belongs to the depositors. They trusted us.
I'm no good to you, George.
There's no time for that. Listen to me. Do you have any secret hiding places? Somewhere you could have put it?
I've looked everywhere. I can't.
Think.
I can't think anymore, George. I can't think. I've tried.
Where's that money, you stupid, silly old fool? Where's that money? Do you realize what this means? It means bankruptcy and scandal and prison. That's what it means. One of us is going to jail, and it's not going to be me. I gotta get out of here.
I'm so sorry, George. I'm no good to you. I'm so sorry.
Very good, Janie. I think that's the best yet.
I want my piano solo to be perfect for the party tonight.
I'm sure it will be, sweetheart.
Especially if I keep practicing hard.
Well, be careful, Peter. Don't clump too much tinsel on that side of the tree.
Okay, I'm spreading it out, see?
And you're doing a fine job.
Can I help?
Well, of course, Tommy. Why don't you help with these bows? Well, hello, darling.
Hello?
Hello, Daddy.
Merry Christmas, Daddy.
Oh, yeah, sure. Merry Christmas.
Did you bring the Christmas wreath for the window?
Left it at the office.
Oh, is it snowing?
Just started.
Where are your coat and hat?
Left them at the office.
George, what's the matter?
Nothing. Nothing's the matter. Everything's fine. Let me just sit down.
Oh, isn't it wonderful about Harry, George? I'll bet I had 50 calls today about the parade and the banquet. Your mother's so excited.
Does she have to keep playing that?
I have to practice for the party tonight, Daddy.
Mommy says we can stay up till midnight and sing Christmas carols.
Why don't you go upstairs and freshen up, darling, before the families get here?
Families? I don't want any families over here.
Well, come into the kitchen then while I finish dinner.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Hectic day?
Oh, yeah. Another big red-letter day for the Baileys.
Daddy, the Browns next door got a new car for Christmas. You should see it.
Well, what's the matter with our car? Isn't it good enough for you?
Yes, Daddy.
Let me just check the turkey. Would you get out the silverware, please, darling?
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Excuse you for what?
I burped.
All right, darling. You're excused. That's very good. Now go upstairs and see if Zuzu wants anything.
Okay.
Zuzu? What's the matter with Zuzu?
Oh, she caught cold coming home from school. They gave her a flower for a prize, and she didn't want to crush it, so she didn't button up her coat. I put her to bed, just a cold. The doctor said nothing serious.
The doctor was here? Is she running a temperature?
A little one, 99.6. She'll be fine.
It's this drafty old house. Might as well be living in a refrigerator. Why did we have to get this house in the first place and stay around this crummy old town?
George, what's wrong?
Everything's wrong. You call this a happy family? Why did we have to have all these kids?
Where are you going?
Going up to see Zuzu.
Come in. Hi, Daddy.
Well, what happened to you?
I want a flower. Want to see?
Very nice.
Oh, some petals fell off. Paste them on, Daddy, please.
Okay, sure. Give me the flower.
Here.
And the petals.
Here. Please paste it, paste it.
All right.
I can't see. Turn back around. What are you doing, Daddy?
Fixing the flower, see? Good as new.
Ooh, give it a drink, Daddy.
I'll put it in this glass of water. There.
Thank you.
Now, I want you to do something for me, but it's a secret.
A secret? What is it?
Will you try to get some sleep?
But I want to look at my flower.
I know, but that's the secret, see? If you go to sleep and dream about your flower, it'll bloom into a whole garden of flowers in your dream.
It will?
Uh-huh.
Ooh, good night, Daddy.
Good night, sweetheart. Go to sleep now. Good night.
Yes. Yes. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Welch. I'm sure she'll be all right. Yes, the doctor says she'll be out of bed in time to have Christmas dinner.
Is that her teacher on the phone?
Yes.
Let me speak to her. Hello? Hello, Mrs. Welch? Say, what kind of teacher are you anyway? What do you mean sending her home like that, half naked?
George!
She'll probably end up with pneumonia on account of you. Is that what we pay our taxes for? To have teachers like you? Silly, stupid, careless people who don't take care of our kids?
George, what in the world?
You know, maybe my kids aren't the best dressed in the town. What? Hello? Where'd you go? Hello? Who's this? Oh, Mr. Welch. Okay, that's fine. Oh, you will, huh? Okay, anytime you're man enough to... Hello? He hung up.
Daddy, how do you spell hallelujah?
How do I know?
Excuse me.
Stop that! And Janie, haven't you learned that silly tune yet? Shut up, will ya? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this town and this house and my whole rotten life. I'm sick of... I'm sorry, Mary. Janie, Tommy, I didn't mean... Peter, forgive me. I'm sorry. What was it you wanted to know?
Nothing, Daddy.
What's the matter with everybody? Janie, go on. I told you to practice. Go on, play.
Oh, Daddy.
George, why must you torture the children?
Mary, I'm sorry. I'm no good. I never should have. I never...
Yes, operator? Bedford 247, please.
Is Daddy in trouble?
Should I pray for him?
Yes. Yes, Janie, pray very hard.
Me too?
You too, Tommy. Yes, hello? Uncle Billy?
So, what is it, George? Why have you come to see me?
I'm in trouble, Mr. Potter. I need help. Through some sort of accident, my company's short in their accounts, and I've got to raise $8,000 immediately.
Oh, so that's what the reporters wanted to talk to you about.
Reporters?
Yes. Oh, there's a man over there from the DA's office, too. He's looking for you.
Please help me, Mr. Potter. Won't you please? Can't you see what it'd do to my family? I'll pay you any interest. If you still want the building and loan, why, I can give
George,
you...
could it possibly be there's a slight discrepancy in the books?
No, sir. There's nothing wrong with the books. I've just misplaced $8,000 and I can't find it anywhere.
You've misplaced $8,000?
Yes, sir.
I see. Have you notified the police?
No, sir. I didn't want the publicity. Harry's homecoming is tomorrow.
What have you been doing, George? Playing the market with the company's money?
No, sir. No, sir, I haven't.
What is it then? A woman? It's all over town. You've been giving money to Violet Bick.
What?
Why did you come to me? Why didn't you go to Sam Wainwright and ask him for the money?
I can't get hold of him. He's in Europe.
I thought you had lots of friends.
They don't have that kind of money. You're the only one in town who can help me.
I see. I've suddenly become quite important. What kind of security would I have, George? Do you have any stocks?
No, sir.
Bonds, real estate, collateral of any kind?
I have some life insurance. A $15,000 policy. I brought it with me.
How much is your equity in it?
$500.
Look at you. You were so cocky. You were going to go out and conquer the world. You once called me a warped, frustrated old man. What are you but a warped, frustrated young man? A miserable little clerk crawling in here on your hands and knees begging for help. You're worth more dead than alive. As a stockholder of Bailey Building and Loan, I'm going to swear out a warrant for your arrest. Misappropriation of funds, manipulation, malfeasance. In fact, I'm calling the sheriff's office right now.
No, I'm going. I'm going.
Reinman, I know you're in the other office with your ear to the door. Get in here.
Don't you think this joke of yours has gone on long enough, Mr. Potter? We both know you've got Bailey's money. His uncle got confused and handed it to you with those newspapers.
No way anyone would prove it.
I saw him do it.
You were smart enough to keep your mouth shut, too, and you'll continue to do so.
No
skin off your nose. Oh, and one other thing, Reineman. This isn't my joke.
What do you call it, then?
Revenge, Reineman. I call it my revenge. Yes, hello, Bob. This is Potter. I want to swear out a warrant. What for? Why, for the arrest of George Bailey.
Hey, Martini, how about some of that good
go.
Nick, I'll have another bourbon. Make it a double.
Shouldn't you be going home, George? I can find somebody to take you. It's snowing pretty hard.
I said another bourbon.
Okay, be right there.
God, dear Father in heaven, I'm not a praying man, but if you're up there and you can hear me, please, show me the way. I'm at the end of my rope. Help me, please, God.
Here you go, George. Bourbon, but I think you ought to...
I'll have another one after this one, Nick.
Ain't you had enough, George?
I said I'll have enough.
Hey, Mr. Bailey.
Hello, Mr. Martini. How's that new house?
She's a fine, thanks to you. Say, why you drink so much, my friend? It's Christmas Eve. You should be home with your family. Please, go home, Mr. Bailey.
Bailey? Which Mr. Bailey?
This is Mr. George Bailey.
George Bailey? Yeah, come here, you.
Hey, let go of him.
You got this coming, Bailey. Next time you talk to my wife like that, you'll get worse, Bailey. She works in slaves to teach your kids, and you have to scream at her over the phone. Yeah, she cried for an hour.
You get out of here, Mr. Welch. You no ever come back.
You okay, George?
Yeah, I'm okay. So much for praying.
Want me to call somebody, George? Your mouth's bleeding there.
It is? Guess it is.
Nick, call the doctor for Mr. Bailey. You sit down, Mr. Bailey. You no feel good, please.
No, I'm okay. But he was right.
Who, Welch? Oh, he's just a hothead.
No, I mean Potter.
Potter?
He said I'm worth more dead than alive, and he was right. I'm worth nothing alive, but dead I'm worth $15,000. Help me up, Nick. I got someplace I gotta go.
Oh, he shouldn't be driving in his condition. He won't be driving for long. Look.
Ooh, he hit a tree. Is he all right?
He's fine. See? He's getting out of the car.
Oh, it didn't do that tree any good. Where's he going?
Out on the bridge.
Oh, why, he's going to jump. Can he swim?
Oh, he can swim, but it would take quite an effort to fight that current. An effort he doesn't care to take. No, he'll go straight to the bottom and stay there.
Oh, no!
It's time, Clarence.
All right then, Joseph. Here I go!
Oh, what the?
Help me!
Hold on, I'm coming. Hand me another log.
Log? Oh, here.
Thanks.
My clothes dry yet?
Not yet. Another half an hour or so. First time I've been lucky today. This toll house wasn't locked and there was wood for the stove.
Oh, luck had nothing to do with it.
It didn't, huh? Then what did?
Heaven. It was all arranged.
Uh-huh. How'd you happen to fall into the river?
I didn't fall in. I jumped in.
Trying to kill yourself?
Oh, my, no. I'm trying to keep you from killing yourself.
Me? Well, what are you talking about?
I knew that if I were drowning, you'd stop thinking of killing yourself and try to save me. And you did. You see? And that's how I saved you.
Yeah, very funny.
Hey, your lip's bleeding, George.
Yeah, I got a bust in the mouth in answer to a prayer.
Oh, no. I'm the answer to your prayer. That's why I was sent down here, George.
Say, wait a minute. How do you know my name?
I know all about you. I've watched you grow up from a little boy.
Just who are you?
Clarence Oddbody, ASC.
ASC?
Angel, second class. I'm your guardian angel, George.
You look about like the kind of angel I'd get. Where are your wings?
I haven't won my wings yet. You'll help me earn them, won't you?
Oh, sure. How?
By letting me help you.
Only one way you can help me. You don't happen to have
$8,000?
Well, yeah. How'd you know that?
I told you. I'm your guardian angel. I know everything about you.
Everything, huh?
Everything.
Well, then you know I'm worth more dead than alive.
Oh, that's not true. Why, if it hadn't been for you...
If it hadn't been for me, everybody'd be a lot better off. I wish I'd never been born.
George, I've got my job to... Wait a minute. What did you just say?
I said I wish I'd never been born.
Never been born. Huh. You know, I think that might just work. What do you think, Joseph? Yes, sir, that'll do it. All right, George. You've got your wish. You've never been born. Well, you needn't make such a fuss about it.
What did you say?
You've never been born, George. You don't exist. You haven't a care in the world. No worries, no obligations, no $8,000 to find, no Potter, no sheriff.
Wait a minute. Well, isn't that the doggonedest thing? I can hear out of my bad ear.
Your lips stopped bleeding too, George.
And it stopped snowing. What's happening here? Just as soon as my clothes are dry...
Your clothes are dry, George, because they've never been wet. Mine too.
Stove must have been hotter than I thought. Come on, get your clothes on and we'll walk over to my car and get... Oh, I forgot. You're an angel. I'll walk. You can fly.
I can't fly.
Oh, right, sure. No wings. Get dressed. We're leaving. That's funny. I could have sworn...
What's the matter?
This is where I left my car, and it isn't here.
Of course not. You have no car.
Well, I had a car, and it was right here. Somebody must have moved it.
No, it was never here.
Sure it was. I recognized the tree. I ran into this tree, cut a big gash in the side here, stripped off the bark. Wait a minute. There's not a mark on it.
A good thing, too. This is a very important tree. It's the oldest tree in all of Pottersville.
Well, I'd have sworn this was the... Hey, what do you mean, Pottersville? You mean Bedford Falls?
I mean Pottersville. Look at that sign.
Pottersville. Population... Oh, wait a minute. There's something wrong here.
Indeed there is.
Maybe I left the car at Martini's. Come on, Gabriel.
Clarence.
Clarence. Right. Clarence.
Hey, bartender.
What do you want?
Whiskey and a beer chaser.
Hey, Nick, I was wondering if I left my... How'd you do this so fast? It's all different.
I don't know what you're talking about, mister. What'll it be?
Where's Martini?
I ain't made you one yet. You just walked in. So what, you want a martini?
No, your boss, Mr. Martini. Where is he?
Look, this is my place, okay? I'm the boss here. Now, you want a drink or not?
Okay, all right. Double bourbon.
And what'll it be for you, Grandpa?
Oh, it's been so long.
Look, mister, I'm standing here waiting for you to make up your mind.
Oh, and you're doing a fine job. Now that's a good man. Thank you. Oh, so many choices. I was just thinking, perhaps a flaming rum punch.
Hey, we serve hard liquor in here for men who want to get drunk fast. And I don't need any characters around to give the joint atmosphere, you know? That clear? Or do I have to rabbit punch you once or twice to get the idea through?
Rabbit punch? Is that like rum
Hey, don't
punch?
get cute with me, or...
Nick, just give him the same as mine. He's okay, just a little, well, you know.
All right, fine. 2 double bourbons. I'll be back in a minute with them. Make really sure you got the money.
I've never seen Nick act this way.
Well, he's not exactly the man you knew. You'll be seeing a lot of strange things. Ah, somebody got his wings.
What?
Every time you hear a bell ring, it means an angel just got his or her wings. Another one.
Look, it might not be a good idea to mention getting your wings so loud.
Why? Don't they believe in angels?
Yeah, but...
Oh, then why should they be surprised that I'm an angel?
Hey, what's he talking about?
You know how it is with some old people. They get a little...
I'm not old. I'm only 293, and that's very young for an angel.
You're 293 years old.
Well, not really, no.
There, you see,
I'm really 292. I won't be 293 until next May.
That does it. Okay, you 2 pixies, out. Walk out the door or fly out the window, I don't care. Just get out now.
Hey, Nick, don't worry about it. He's just a harmless...
That's another thing. Where you get off calling me Nick? I don't know you.
What do you mean you don't know me? I'm George...
Hold it a minute. Hey, who let that drunk in here while I wasn't looking? Hey, Rummy. Yeah, you. Come here, worthless.
Oh, he's sick. Pills. Maybe a little drink. I'm always sick. Maybe you could... Can you play me a drink, mister?
Hey, Rummy,
I just thought maybe
didn't I tell you never to come panhandling around here? You want a drink?
I just want a drink.
Here's a whole dishpan full of water. Drink this.
Oh, Oh, Nick, wait, hold it. Mr. Gower, it's me, George Bailey. Don't you know me?
No, I don't know you. I didn't mean to.
Throw the old rummy out.
No, don't. Hey, Nick, that's Mr. Gower. How can you do this?
That's another reason for me not to like you. That rumhead spent 20 years in prison for poisoning a kid. If you know him, you must be a jailboy yourself.
Poisoning a kid?
These two, throw them out too.
Nick, wait. Hey, let go of me. Nick, don't you know me? Nick.
Hey, everybody, look at me. I'm giving out wings.
Here, let me help you up. At least they managed to toss us into a snowbank.
Look, I made a snow angel.
Yeah, very funny. Everything's kind of funny tonight. Nick not knowing me and Mr. Gower.
You see, George, you weren't there to stop him from putting that poison into the capsules.
What are you talking about? I was there. Look, who are you?
I told you, George. I'm your guardian angel.
Yeah, sure. You're some kind of hypnotist or something. Everything's different.
They're different because you were never born.
If I was never born, who am I?
Nobody. You have no identity. There is no George Bailey. Your wallet's empty. You have no cards, no driver's license, no insurance policy, and they're not there either.
What are you talking about? They're not there. What's not there?
Zuzu's petals. The ones that fell from her flower. The ones that you hid in your watch pocket when you turned away to fix her flower. They're not there, George, because that never happened.
They're not there.
What a great gift, George, to see what the world would have been like without you.
This is some sort of dream I'm having here. All right, that's it.
Where are you going?
I'm going home to see my wife and family, you understand? And I'm going alone.
How am I doing, Joseph? Thanks. No, I didn't have a drink.
Everything's different. Saloons, pool halls. Wait a minute. Where's the building and loan? Hey, can you help me? Where'd the building and loan move to?
The what?
The building and loan. Bailey Building and Loan. It was here in this building.
Oh, they went out of business years ago.
Went out of business? Oh, hey, Ernie, taxi. Take me home, Ernie. Something funny's going on, and I need time to think. Take me home.
Where you live, Mac?
Doggone it, you know where I live. Don't start this with me. 320 Sycamore, hurry up.
320 Sycamore. Are you sure?
Well, of course I'm sure. Hurry up. Help me here. You're Ernie Bishop, and you live in Bailey Park with your wife and kid. That's right, isn't it?
You seen my wife?
Seen her? Ernie, I've been to your house 100 times.
What are you trying to pull, Mac? I live in a shack in Potter's Field. My wife ran away 3 years ago and took the kid. I ain't seen him since. And I ain't seen you before in my life, see?
Okay, just step on it. Get me home.
Is this the place?
Of course it's the place. This is my... Wait a minute. What happened to it? What happened to the windows?
Mister, this house ain't been lived in for 25 years.
Wait here. I'll be right back. Wait here. Mary, Tommy, Peter, Janie, Zuzu, where are you?
They're not here, George. You had no children. You never existed to have them.
What have you done with them?
All right, put your hands up. No fast moves.
Watch him, Bert. I'll grab that other one.
Oh, ouch. Now, this is just rude. Didn't your mother
Bert,
ever...
thank God. What's happened to this house? Where's Mary? Where are my kids?
I said put up your hands.
Bert, Ernie, what's the matter with you guys? Look, it's this fella here. He says he's an angel. He's trying to hypnotize me. Hey, let go of me, Bert. Let go. You're twisting my...
Run, George. Run.
Little mook bit me. That does it. You're under arrest, you little...
Joseph, help! Help! Joseph!
Hey, where'd he go?
I had him right here.
Well, you ain't got him now.
No,
Let's get out of here, Bert. This place is haunted.
Mother, open up. It's George. Open up.
Well?
Mother,
Mother? What do you want?
Oh, no. I thought sure you'd remember me. Please, something terrible's happened to me. Something's happened to everybody. Please let me in. I don't know where to turn.
I don't take in strangers unless somebody I know sends them. This is a respectable boarding house, and I won't...
Boarding house? Mother, don't you know me? Look, proof. I know everybody you know. Your brother-in-law, Uncle Billy.
You know him?
Well, sure I do.
When did you last see him?
When did I say... Well, today, over at his house.
That's a lie. He's been in the insane asylum ever since his business went under. If you ask me, that's where you belong.
She didn't even know me.
You look like you could use a friend.
Violet! Vi, you know me. You really know me.
I do.
Vi, you gotta help me. I don't know what
I'll give you all the help you need.
I gotta figure this out. I could use, I don't know, a cup of coffee or something. We could go sit down and talk, and maybe you could...
Sure, honey, but let's discuss price first.
Price? I don't... Oh, no. Not... Vi, what's my name?
Your name?
My name. Vi, what's my name?
Well, whatever you say it is, sugar.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I gotta get out of here.
Hey, where you going? What's the matter with you? Hey!
Strange, isn't it? Each man's life touches so many other lives, and when he isn't around, it leaves an awful hole.
You got me under some spell or something. Well, I'm going to get out of it. I know how, too. The last man I talked to before all this started happening was Martini, and I know where he lives.
You do?
Of course I do. I helped him buy his house. He lives in Bailey Park.
Are you sure this is Bailey Park? Looks more like an empty field in a cemetery.
Oh, I'm not sure I know anything anymore. Where are all the houses?
You weren't here to build them.
It's a cemetery. Nothing here but a cemetery.
Look over here, George.
Just another tombstone.
Read the inscription.
In memory of our beloved son. Oh, no. Oh, no! Harry Bailey!
Your brother, Harry, broke through the ice and drowned at the age of 9.
No, that's a lie. Harry went to war. He got the Congressional Medal of Honor. He saved the lives of every man on that transport.
Every man on that transport died. Harry wasn't there to save them because you weren't there to save Harry. You see, George, you really had a wonderful life. Don't you see what a mistake it would be just to throw it away?
Clarence, where's Mary?
Well,
Tell me where Mary is.
I'm not...
Tell me.
You never existed. She never married.
Tell me, or so help me.
Oh, ouch! Now, let go. Well, she's just about to close up the library.
The library. 2 blocks. Mary!
Well, that was unpleasant. There must be an easier way to get my wings.
Good night, Mary.
Good night, Osgood.
I have to catch the bus. Mary, will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Helen. I'm just going to lock up and walk home.
Well, I'll see you in the morning then.
8 o'clock on the dot.
Good night then.
Good night.
Mary!
The library will reopen at 9 o'clock in the morning. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Mary, wait! Stop! Look at me!
Ow!
Mary!
Please, you're hurting
Mary, it's me! It's George! Don't you know me?
No, I don't! Let me go!
Mary, please! Oh, don't do this to me! Please, help me! Where are our kids? I need you! Mary, help me!
Let me go!
Let go! Tom, Ed! That's Mary! That's my wife! Mary!
All right, buddy. Buddy, you're not getting away again.
Hey, let go my...
Come along with me.
Sorry to do this to you, Bert. Clarence, where are you, Clarence? Clarence, I need you. I believe. Clarence! The bridge. He's got to be here. On the bridge. Clarence, help me, Clarence. Get me back. I don't care what happens to me. Please get me back to Mary and the kids. Help me, Clarence. Please help me. I want to live again. Please, God, let me live again.
Hey, George, you all right?
Stay away from me, Bert.
What's the matter with you?
Just get out of here, Bert, or so help me, I'll hit you again.
Hit me again? What the Sam Hill you talking about, George?
I'm warning you, Bert. Did you call me George? Bert, do you know me?
Know you? Are you kidding? I've been looking all over town for you. I saw your car piled into that tree down the road, and I thought maybe, hey, your mouth's bleeding.
What? Well, I'll be. My mouth's bleeding, Bert. My mouth's bleeding. Wait a minute. Let me check my pocket. My Zuzu's petals. They're here, Bert. What do you know about that? Zuzu's rose petals.
What in the world?
Merry Christmas, Bert. Gotta go.
Wait. I'll give you a ride back.
Can't wait. Merry Christmas, Bert. Merry Christmas. Mary, I'm coming home, Mary. Oh, look, there's my car. It's there again. Smashed. Probably broken axle. Isn't that great? Hey there, hey, Merry Christmas. Look there, Bedford Falls. The sign's back. Merry Christmas, Bedford Falls. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Martini's Restaurant. Oh, Merry Christmas, you wonderful old building and loan. Ooh, lights on in Potter's window. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Mr. Potter.
And Happy New Year to you in jail. Go home. They're waiting for you with arrest warrants.
I'm on my way. I can hardly wait. Merry Christmas, Main Street. Merry Christmas, Hardware Store. Merry Christmas. Mary.
George.
Well, hello, Sheriff. Let me shake your hand. Hope you haven't been waiting here long. Hey, you seen Mary?
George, I got a paper here that
I'll bet it's a warrant for my arrest, isn't it, Sheriff?
Yes, I'm afraid it is, George. I'm sorry. It's my job.
Of course it is, and you're awful good at it, too.
Well, thanks.
A warrant for my arrest. Isn't that wonderful? And isn't this a great old drafty house? Mary!
Daddy!
I told you I heard Daddy's voice. Daddy's home.
Peter, Janie, Tommy.
Merry Christmas,
he's
Daddy.
home.
Daddy's
Thank goodness.
home.
Where's your mother?
She went looking for you with Uncle Billy. Daddy!
Zuzu, my little ginger snap, how do you feel?
Fine. And she's all better. Not a smidge of temperature.
Not a smidge of temperature.
George, darling.
Mary. Oh, Mary.
Oh, George, we were so worried. Where have you been?
Mary, and you're my Mary. You've come back to me, and you're real. Oh, you have no idea what's happened to me.
You have no idea. Quickly, George, they're on their way. Come into the living room. Stand right here by the tree.
Mary, what? The
room's going to be full in a moment. Oh, it's a miracle, George. It's a miracle.
Mary, I'm here to...
I know why you're here. Move back. Clear a path. Oh, here they come. Hi.
Look what I got, George. A whole laundry basket full of money. And there's more coming. When Mary and I told everybody what happened,
Well, dump it on the table. Dump it on the table, Uncle Billy.
Here you go.
Oh, look at that.
What is it, George? Another run on the bank?
Tom, what are you doing here?
Here, I collected it down at the firehouse. $242. How about that?
All right, folks, the line forms to the right.
Oh.
Mr. Martini, step right up.
Mr.
Here
Martini.
she goes, from me to you. I busted the jukebox.
Look at that.
Mr. Gower.
Here, George. I made the rounds in my charge account.
George!
Violet.
I'm not leaving, George. I've changed my mind. Here's your loan back.
George!
Mr. Partridge.
The faculty took up a collection. They all contributed.
I wouldn't have a roof over my head if it weren't for you, George.
Just a minute. Quiet, everybody.
What is
quiet.
Ernie's got something to read. Quiet down. Quiet.
It's a telegram from London.
London.
Quiet, please. Quiet. Mr. Gower cabled you need cash. Stop. My office instructed to advance up to $25,000. Stop. Merry Christmas, Sam Wainwright.
Looks to me like that $8,000 isn't missing after all, George. It's all here and then some. Guess I can tear up this warrant.
Now, Mommy?
Now, Janie. Mr. Martini, how about some wine?
It just so happens I've got to wine for everybody.
Harry.
Merry Christmas, George.
Merry Christmas.
We got him a police escort from the airport. Darn fool. Flew all the way in a blizzard.
Harry, how about your banquet in New York?
Oh, I left right in the middle of it as soon as I got Mary's telegram. Borrowed a plane. Somebody hand me a glass of wine. Here you go, Harry. Wine. A toast. A toast.
A toast.
To my big brother, George, the richest man in town.
Richest man in town. George, what's this? There's a card in the tree with your name on it, but I didn't.
Open it, Mary. What's it say?
Dear George, remember, no man is a failure who has friends. Thanks for the wings. Love, Clarence. Who's Clarence?
A dear friend of mine.
Look, Daddy, the bells on the Christmas tree are ringing.
They sure are, Zuzu.
Teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
Your teacher's a smart woman, Zuzu. Attaboy, Clarence.
You've been listening to the JPAC Radio Players dramatization of It's a Wonderful Life, based on the film by Frank Capra and adapted for radio by Philip Grecian, broadcast live from the Janesville Performing Arts Center. The players in tonight's performance were David Bitter as George Bailey, Rose Stricker as Mary Bailey, Michael Chase as Mr. Potter, and J. Peter Shaw as Clarence. Also in the cast, Ron Brown, Teresa Carroll, Paul Kassler, Dan Drozdowitz, Haley Drozdowitz, Pat Hall, George Kiskunis, James Lima, Abigail Seafeld, Tony Siebert, Jim Thomas, Samantha Tracy, and Dennis Fachinsky. Sound effects were coordinated by Mike Casey and performed by Mike Casey, Cheryl Schneider, and Laurel Canan. Sarah Lima performed the music. Mike Stalsberg was the technical director. It's a Wonderful Life was produced by Jim Lyke and Laurel Canan and directed by Jim Lyke. On behalf of the Janesville Performing Arts Center and WCLO, we wish you all a good night and a Merry Christmas.